So hi everybody and welcome back to Unreal Engine 5 full game tutorial series for absolute beginners. This is video 13 and in this video we continue with our widget. We stopped in our last video with the save game and we finished the part where it was false, and then we created a save game object and we saved the save game object to a file. And in this video we are going now the true path, which means at start when we press play, we check again does a save game exist, and if yes, we have to react. So let's do it. What we are doing, the first thing is when there is already a save game, we want to use it. How we use it, we load it first. So we just load game from slot. And we have again these two options, and in the description says we should use the async. The other one would work too, but let's go for async one. And here again we have to specify the slot which we have already created, because I said yes, there exists something. And in my last video I saved this slot name in a variable. That was when I click here save slot here, I drag and drop it here. You can drag and drop it directly in. If not, you can make it also here and then connect this one. And now this one here will load the name which we have already defined in our last video when we created the save game. But careful, this one here is just the file. It is not what Unreal Engine can use. To use it here in Unreal Engine, we have to go here at the end of this node where it says save game and cast it to the save game object which we have used. What was the save game object? Also created in our last video. When we go back, go to our folder, go to save game, and that was here the save game object. Let's open this one up. And the save game object, what was it for? We save there all things what we want. We create here millions of variables and then we can save what we want. In my last video I created just two variables, one for score. Right now it has just the default values here, and later level also default values. It's not overwritten, but this is the thing what we want use normally, so that's clear. So we have to cast it to this object. So how we do this, we go here to this node, from save game we write here cast to this name what you named. In my case it called SG save game object. That is the save game object what you have created here. Find your name. So let's do this, and then we have this one now here in this object. So it will pull all things out from this file to this object here, and we can use it from here. So and then for example you could say okay, score, you can get the score, because normally when it's saved there you won't get it because we are loading now, we are not saving. When we save, then we don't use this one, then we use the save game here, save to slot. Here we load, that's why you would get the score and then assign the score to your widget, but we have nothing made this, so we do this later. Right now we just create this one, and what else you can do is promote this one to a variable. Promote this variable, it is called very strangely, let's delete this one here and this one here and promote this to variable again. Now it's create normal, and then it's here created, and later we can use this variable instead all time going out from here. That's why I created here, promoted it to a variable to use it here later, let's say here, and then I can go from there. All right, with that said, let's see what we have to do. So we can assign here more, and then we can open level and whatever. That's it actually. That's it. So we created here the file, we created the object which contains now all our files, but we have not used them. What I mean with have not used them, because now they are only loaded, they are available, but now like I showed you, you have to get the score and then assign them correctly to the places. For example, in our case, this is just our play main menu widget. Here we want not assign them. And I told you in my last video also, when you create this one, you should create them normally in the game mode. And the reason for that is why you create this in the game mode, because there you can assign this kind of stuff normally better. I think that was a bad idea for me to create this one in this widget here, but I wanted not make too much. But anyway, that will work too, I think. Anyway, we continue now and say, okay, for example, I opened a level here just to continue from there. And interesting is here, let's say we open the level where we want continue, open level. And here is something interesting. It says here open level by name, right? And I told you that I have in my game object here level and string, and it is here level 1, but it's a string. It is not name here, right? So I show you how you can make this. Let's say here I drag this out, level, get my level. And now I can convert this easy. You see there is even auto convert. This is an auto convert, which means this one is converted to this one in this kind of stuff. And yeah, here are some more options. And now if this is the finding this name, whatever it is here saved in my save game object, here's our level 1, then it will open up this level, and we used our load game here, for example. And of course you can do here a lot of things with scores as well. So when you are opening the level, you could go here for score. Let's make the score as well. Get score, and then you would normally the score is a little bit more difficult. You need now the widget from the new level and then add the score to the widget in the new level. So but yeah, this is just finding the way how to go there. But that's it for this video almost. There is one more step which I want to show you, and that is like I said, the player can start here. Let's say he played for continue and new game for new, but the problem is when he press new game, how I can start from scratch, because if he start play here and he has already created a save game, he will be all time directed to the path true, because when we created one, it will be called all time true. And how can the player now create a new game? Actually, there is a very easy solution, and the easy solution is this one here. And what we have to do is, first of all, we have to find a new button. For example, that is this one. Let's take this button here because we have to start. And this is the new button. Check this out. And then we go select this new button here again. We go here to the details panel. Let's say on click. Now it's popping up on bottom, and then I put it here. And now what you are doing is just calling this function delete game in slot. This function here, or this node here, delete game in slot, delete game in slot, here is it, delete game in slot will delete the game which we have saved. And we can just select again our variable here, because this here saves slot game here, this one will be deleted when I click on this one. And normally it's a little bit danger for the player who accidentally click here. That's why you have to organize this a little bit better, that he not accidentally click view game while he wants not. But anyway, we do this later on style. Here we just go here and delete game in slot. And the nice thing is, what you have to do is now just let me watch here, go here. After you clicked here, you have just to connect it with this one here. And why I'm connecting it with the false part, this is here the same, oops, this is the same like the false part here. You can see true part goes here, false part here, because when he clicks here a new game, he's deleting this slot. Even we have one, but it's gone. And then he has to create this one again, then create the slot here again, because that was gone, and now it starts from new. That's so the way you can make this very easy. And of course, like I said, put this one in the game mode. I would rather put this one in the game mode, because you can see we are loading here files, getting we need this files later in other widgets, and when we have it in this widget and then make the reference to the other widget, that will cause a big problem. All right, I think that's it, but before that, let's make a test, of course, if this is working. And like I show you also how to delete this. Let's open up this one in the Explorer. I go to my save game object. I click here, right click, Show in Explorer again, and here's my Explorer. Here is again, let's go, here's our thing. We go to the saved and we go here to save games, and here's this one. And let's see what happens when I start the game and press new. So I press this one here, new, and if you check this, don't be surprised you see it again. And the reason why we see it again is because we connected it here. It automatically creates this one again. But when I make this one for test purposes, so you can be sure if this is working, let's say I don't connect this one, I just start it now and press new, and nothing happens because I have not connected here to create something. But what we can see here, in our game save, the file is gone. And like I said, that is the way how the player should create a new game. But during development, you can open up this one here on your own and delete this file all times for test purposes. And then do you see it is working? Now it's gone. Now you can go here again, connect this, set this up, and like I said, put this better in game mode. Much better, because these are very important files, loading, setting, and all this kind of stuff. But okay, I did it here. It's anyway more a demonstration. And yeah, with that said, that's it for this video. And you can see I start this game again. I can press play. It's creating now also a new game because it's now from start. It's not finding this one and so on. All right, that's fine. If you have any questions, like all time, write in the comment section. See you in the next video, where we will probably go on. I think that's enough with this widget here, and do other stuff. So bye, good luck, and like all time, have fun and never give up.